Hello, my beautiful people. It is Free Your Journey this Friday. You already know, and this is Queen Ro. I thank you guys so much for tuning in and liking and subscribing and following me on TikTok. You guys' support has just been amazing, and I'm so thankful for you. I'm thankful for building my tribe. I'm thankful for the people that are being divinely connected to me. It's been amazing. It's been an amazing journey. If you are new to Free Your Journey started in August of 2020, and so it's going into our second year here. And I started out was a Friday because Friday is my favorite day of the week. So I wanted to continue going on with the energy that I already set for myself 2 years ago. So I'm in that space. I'm in that vibration. I'm so happy. I'm just so loved because it's like I'm aligned. I'm aligned with me, and it's. Let's just do a round of applause for yourself. You stay committed. You stay true. You stay humble, and you stay loyal to your craft, to your determination. And I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. And also, I wanted to say on this journey, guys, it's been, if you've been following me, you notice that I've stopped eating certain things. I started doing certain things, like just my body wise. So just going to talk about before I get into this episode of this week, which we're going to talk about lust of the eyes. That is a big part of healing. And so, like, to me, I'm taking that as a lot of things that I have decreased in my life, because last week we did addictions. So I have broken off different addictions in my life just by not eating certain foods. And then now I don't have like where I go in the grocery store and want that and that and that and that and that, because I don't eat those things anymore. So it's very freeing. It's very refreshing to know the journey that I started on, which was just like me eating nothing but junk food, me putting all these different things in my body, milk, dairy, cheese. Even though I had people in my life already that was like, ew, do you know where that come from? Ew, do you know where that come from? But you watching those videos for yourself and then allowing your body to just be cleansed from those type of items. And when you go back to putting it back in your body and your body rejects it, you might as well just keep it out of your body. So basically that's what I have going on. If I try to eat anything that's not aligned with me anymore, I get sick. So I hope you guys are staying committed to your diet and staying committed to what is healthy for you to eat, because sometimes when we're eating things such as chicken and such as beef or whatever you like to indulge in, pork or shrimp, because I was pescatarian just a few months ago, but starting this year, my energy just shifted me into just being a complete vegan, just being a vegetarian vegan, because I'm still trying to get into the space of just being a true vegan, because there's certain things that vegans do not eat that I was still eating as a vegetarian. So I have to completely cut out of those things. Processed foods is one of the things I dabble in, but I'm trying not to do that anymore. But I mean, it's like sometimes you can't really help it, but you know better. So when you know better, you do better. But I just wanted to let you guys just tell you that little quick testimony for me. I stay committed to me. I stay committed to my lifestyle. I stay committed to the journey. Remember, I was talking to you guys about eating healthy. I was taking sea moss. I was doing my fruit diets. I was doing the juice diets. Just drinking tea, drinking water. And I have maintained my weight. I have maintained the goal that I wanted to set in, even though I feel like I'm smaller than what I wanted to be. But it's okay. I'll take that. I'll take that with no problem. I've incorporated yoga in my lifestyle. I've incorporated just doing nature walks. So a lot of things that I have been doing over the past years is now my complete lifestyle. I don't do other things because it's not for me anymore. I'm not attached to that person anymore. I'm not attached to those old habits. So technically, what I'm saying all this to say that as long as you stay on your journey, stay complete and committed to you, there will be no issues. You will see transformation. You will see the goals that you're trying to obtain. Like, a lot of us start on these fitness journeys and we don't complete them. Like, we'll say, okay, yes, I'm going to go to the gym Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and this is what it's going to be. But you don't stay in that attitude. You don't stay in that space. So then you start gaining the weight back, or you start losing the weight that you were trying to build. You just have to create a consistent lifestyle for yourself. Like, this is what time I'm going to do it. Do it. This is the time I said I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Now, sometimes we come up with like, well, something else came up. If you wrote it down, do it. And then you do something else for somebody else later. I'm going through that in my own life, where I was like putting myself on a back burner for the longest. And now it's like I'm having a hard time showing up for others. And I don't mean like being supportive. I mean, like, I'm having a hard time in my energy with trying to do things with other people. Now, because it's taking me away from my focus. And I'm understanding, like, okay, you got to separate from certain things in order to elevate, because a lot of us are putting our energy into these cycles that's not progressing. Like, we're like, okay, well, I want this, but instead of you focusing on that, you're like, okay, you know what, I'm going to not do this right now and go do something else with somebody else. No, ma'am. No, sir. Stay focused on you, and if they have the time and the energy to accommodate you, perfect. If not, you have all the necessities and the tools within you to complete the same mission and project that you're needing to complete. Okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into the episode. It's part 2 of our Lust versus Love series, and this part is called Lust of the Eyes. So Lust of the Eyes is basically your eyes telling you, you must have it. Take it. I need that. I gotta have it. That's mine. That right there, I want that. I want that right there. I want that right there. I gotta have that. I gotta take that. By any means necessary, it will be mine. Just because your eyes it's appealing to your eyes. You're drawn to it. Like, you're captivated by it. You know how, like, people be like, it's love at first sight? Think about that. Because I personally have never felt it. I ain't never was like, oh, I'm in love with you. No, that's lust. Don't nobody fall in love at first sight. And something's coming to me right now that I shared with my family yesterday about Jacob, Rachel, and Leah. Go read that on your own time. It's in Genesis. But basically, I was appalled that young man waited 14 years to marry her. But then I'm like, when I think about it, you don't know a person when you meet them. Like, you have to get to know this person. You have to see them in all of their seasons. When they broke, when they got all the money, when they sad, when they mad, when they just like going through all trauma. See them through all of the seasons before you can say that you genuinely love them. Now, I know God does say that we should have unconditional love for all, which is true. But when we're talking about a spouse, God is going to heal up both of you guys before you even come to one another. So it's going to be ultimate conditional love because God has ordained it. But what I'm really saying now is everything that you're doing outside of God giving it to you and divinely blessing it in your life is lustful. Okay? Does that make sense? Because I know a lot of people's going to try to make that seem like it's something more than what it is. But just simple, plain and simple. Lusting for something is wanting it more than what you need it. Okay? All right. So you're captivated by materialism. You're captivated by material items. You're captivated by those type of things. Lust for the eyes. Taking in something that you don't necessarily need. Wanting everything you see. Like, you already have an old lady, you already got an old man, but you want that other one too. You already have all the Gucci bags, all the Gucci shoes, all the Gucci whatever, but you still want more. You already have 3 Rolls Royces, a Range Rover, an Audi, but you still want more. When the last time you blessed somebody with a car? When's the last time you cleaned out your closet, took a bag out, took a pair of shoes out, and donated to somebody else? When's the last time you checked your inventory on your makeups, on your wigs? But we're constantly buying these things, but we won't release anything. That's what I want you guys to understand when it comes into lust. Like, you're just wanting it in abundance, but you don't need that in abundance. You don't need those certain things in abundance. Like, you have all of this stuff, but you don't want to help anybody else. You're just selfish. You're selfish. Those are selfish ways, and that is also lust. So it's like, you see a new car, you gotta have it. You see a new phone, you gotta have it. You see a new man, woman, you gotta have her. You gotta have him. I got to have him. He got a girl. It don't matter. I gotta have him. You see a new dress, that's your dress. New dress just came out last night. You all up on Fashion Nova. You all up on Boohoo. You all up on Forever 21. Wherever you guys shop, because I'm just naming places that I randomly shop most times. Trying to get dresses. Is your rent paid? Did you buy groceries for the house yet? Did you take care of your car note? Because you don't need a new dress. Who told you needed a new dress? I used to have this problem a lot because I had worked in retail a long time ago. So I used to always buy stuff when I got paid. I didn't need it. I still to this day have clothes that I haven't touched with tags on it from working. From just buying stuff because it's on sale. Because it's on sale don't mean you need it. Because it's on sale right now does not mean you need it. It's still $10 more that you can afford. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's the mental that we have. Like, okay, well, it says it's only $19.99. It used to be $100 and $19. $119. Why couldn't I get that out? But now you're like, oh, okay, I'm saving. Yeah, but you still taking $20 out of the money that you had for gas this week. You're lusting for something you don't need. You see some new shoes. Y'all used to stay. When I got paid, I stayed buying me some new shoes. I stayed buying me some new shoes. Like, I was the girl who always had, like, a nice pair of J's on, a nice pair of Air Force Ones on. Nikes was my thing. Like, Nikes, that was always on my feet. I always had a pair on my feet. Now I don't even really wear them. I wear a whole different brand, but I'm still a fan. But it's like, I don't overindulge in name brands anymore. I really don't care. Like, so I'm happy to see that growth in me. I'm happy to see it. Not knocking anyone. This is not ever to dismiss what you do for you. Love yourself, but realize that sometimes when we're not listening, we're causing destruction in our own life. Yeah, we're spending this money on these, but you know that same money you could be spending into growing your business. That same money you could be spending into marketing for your business. That same money you could be spending into buying new investments or investing into your home or investing into your car. You don't necessarily need those shoes because you got the same pair every time they drop every Christmas. You got the same pair. You buy yourself a pair, you buy your daughter a pair, you buy your son a pair. And then when you add that up, it's like, dang. I could have just took all of this money and put it to the side for the kids for the past 10 years, and they would have had a nice chunk of change by now. It's just the difference of a mindset. Not saying it's wrong. It's just like, what are your goals in life? Do you want to just only have nice J's on your feet, but your car rusted and busted? Do you want to just have nice clothes on your body, and then you live in an apartment when you could be living in a house? Do you want to continue to be on this side of being in the brokenness when you have all the funds, but you're choosing to put the money back into other people's pockets and not your own? Just simple. Well, the biggest one that gets me is those who are in relationships, but you still seeking out other people. I never got that, and I never will get it. That's some selfish stuff to me. That right there is one of the biggest gears that grinds me. I don't understand it. It grinds my gears so bad. You want everybody. You have a problem with saying no. When most of these times, these people don't even want you. These people don't even want you. But you know, people can feel the thirst. People can feel the thirst. And you walk right into them traps. Like, oh, okay, I know he only wants me for lust. He's only lusting after me. He only wants me for one thing. So I'm going to make him work for that. I'm going to make her work for that. Roshana don't have time. I don't have time. Like, I'm in a space where if you're not offering me genuine love, I'm not dealing. Like, I'm not dealing with it. And it's amazing to me that I even dealt with it for such a long time. Because most of us don't understand that some of these things that we do are just inviting more energies of lust towards us. Like, you're inviting more things because I see these videos going around, and these, not videos, videos and these posts that have been going around lately that's been talking about women can't, they say that, oh, okay, well, yeah, I haven't had sex in this long, or I haven't had sex in this long. Why don't y'all believe them? Do you not have self-control? Like, I'm really shocked at the majority of the world that can't just be to themselves. And I'm not speaking of like I haven't been through this journey. Like I'm some not reborn again. Because I'm still trying to figure out life. For sure. But now I'm just figuring out life with being divinely guided. Originally, I was taking the stance by myself. Just like, okay, well, yeah, I'm in this relationship. Yeah, this is progressing to somewhere. I guess we should move forward to the next step. Why are we moving to here, to this next step for? Like, I'm so comfortable just being in a space where I'm just like, bro, you're not trying to marry me. Let's just be friends. I'm cool with that. I'm so okay with that. Like, I don't know, like, I'm trying to figure out the best way to say it. Because the words are all coming to my brain right now. You can't put yourself in situations and think that the outcome is going to be different. Like me, I don't go in the situations to be like, yes, I'm going to do this. This is going to cause this person to do that. No, I just really believe that people have good hearts. But not everybody has a good heart. Not everybody has a good heart. But there's a lot of people that's going to take advantage of your good heart. So that's something I had to learn. And I'm okay with I have this mindset of like, okay, you ain't hurting me, you hurting yourself. You're not hurting me. Like, I may cry for a little bit. But I think the thing that gets me the most, speak your truth, shawty, speak your truth. If you can't be true to you, I can't trust you. That's just my stand on it. Like, nobody's asking you to change yourself when it comes down to certain things. No, as a friend, as a lover, or whatever I am in your life, I don't genuinely ask you to change yourself. I'm not asking you to change yourself for me to love you or for me to be in your space. I'm asking you to be 100% you and be okay with that. When you look in the mirror and that reflection is shining, whatever I see back, you should be comfortable with me telling you what I see. Just period. Because how can we be true friends? How can we be true to one another if we're not genuine with one another? We're not walking around with honesty. We're walking in deception. So all I'm getting is a false version of you, which is lust. Because the enemy presents lust to you, and God only presents the greatness to you. The love. God is love. Enemy is lust. It's not a friend of you. It's not a friend of yours. It's not your friend. If it ain't love, it's not for you. You understand what I'm saying to you guys? That's how you understand the difference. Lusting after something is wanting something that you know you probably shouldn't have or you probably don't need. Love is just unconditional truth and genuineness and connections. And vibration is just flowing. Lust is sometimes forceful. Love is just, come to me. Come to me. We matching. I see you. But lust is trying to get something that it probably don't even fit. It don't even fit in your way. It don't even fit in your world. So examples of lust is greed, desire for possessions, stinginess and hoarding. I had that hoarding situation for the longest. Like I used to have a lot of clothes and shoes that I thought I was gonna get back, y'all, because I was in the season of moving. But in that season, something happened to my clothes in the storage, so I didn't have any clothes to start over with, so I had to start over and buy new clothes. But it works out because it was cleansing me from old things that I didn't need. It was helping me to let go of materialistic things. Selfishness, unwilling to share. Now, I was the only child for a long time, y'all, so I might have some stinginess, selfishness in me. Like, I did grow up with a person like a sibling. She was my aunt. We was very close. We're very close in age. So I wasn't necessarily raised by myself. But it's just like I was alone. I feel like because I was the only child, I may have picked up selfish ways. So when my mama started to be a mother to others, I was like, oh no, that's my mama. That's my mama. And I had to learn not to do that because it was becoming disrespectful. Envy. Desiring what others have. You want everything somebody else have. Sit down somewhere. Sit down somewhere and figure out what you need. You can't have what everybody else have. Because sometimes when you go after the stuff that other people have, you're stopping your own growth. You want the Range Rover like somebody else, but God's like, bro, I got a Mercedes for you. I got a Rolls Royce over here, bro. You want that girl over there, but she got a whole bunch of problems. And God's like, I'm going to give you what you want. But you over here chasing after Shaquita and Sharita and them, and I can't bless you like that. You got to stay focused. And then you have laziness, which is thinking that everybody owe you something. Thinking that the world works on your time. Thinking that if you sleep 12 hours, you still gonna get the same amount of work done as the next person. You get what I'm saying? So we got to clean up the greed, the stinginess, the selfishness, the envy, and the laziness. Right now, we're asking God to rebuke and bind greed, stinginess, envy, jealousy, laziness, selfishness. It no longer lives in the vessel that you hold. It no longer lives in your body. You have given it up to God because he wants to cleanse you there. He wants to cleanse you there and make you whole. Because why are you accepting things in your life that he's pushed out? Why are you accepting things into your life that you have no room for? Who wants to be greedy? Who wants to be stingy? Who wants to be selfish? Who wants to be envious? Who wants to be lazy? All this do is create bums. People who you probably talk about all the time because they don't have their life together, right? And people who you don't want to be like, right? People who you probably trying to get away from, right? So how about you start being like those people and show them that you're different, that you can be different. But yet we're constantly walking and doing the same things others are doing, afraid to be ourselves, afraid to be who we've been called to be. Why? We need you, the uniqueness of you, because without you, we're missing a piece. Without you, we're missing a soldier. Without you, we're missing something special. So we need you to show up every day. We need you to show up to your spot every day. And be you. Because as long as you being somebody else and you holding on to these bad habits and these bad traits, all we can see is the enemy. All we can see is negativity. All we can see is destruction because you have no love there. Example from the Bible would be Eve. When she lusted for the fruit, after God already told her, don't touch it. She was like, oh, whatever. I'm just going to eat this because I'm hungry. I'm tired of walking around this garden. It's hot out here. He would tell me not to touch the fruit. Why can't I touch the fruit? The fruit all look all ripe and juicy. I need the fruit. And that you can read in Genesis 3, verse 6. The fruit was enticing to her. It was attractive in its appearance, so she had to have it. She had to touch it. She had to eat it. Now, what was inappropriate is now she had another tree she could have ate from. But she was like, nah, I'm going to eat the tree that he told me not to eat from. I know he told me not to eat it, but I'm still going to eat it. Even though I have all this food over here. I have all the food in the garden to eat. But I'm going to eat from the forbidden fruit. I'm going to eat from the forbidden tree. And now she got us all stuck up in this curse. Women going through menstrual cycles and having babies and having hard births because she wasn't listening. According to the Bible. It's like we get these good informations from people. All of us have a message to give to someone every day. Whether you take the message or you don't take the message is up to you. But when you listen to somebody's directly telling you not to do something, and then you go do something and you worried about the consequences. You should have been worried about the consequences before you ate it. You told that man, I'm good, I'm going to eat from this tree because I don't want them other trees no more. After somebody told you not to eat from it. I don't know. I don't get it. But you have to be grateful for all the things that you have and do not overindulge in materialistic things, in materialistic ways. Because all of that is temporary anyways. I want you guys to recite a few affirmations for yourself today. And I'm going to give you a few Bible scriptures. And that's the end of our show. So we have, I am free from lust. My eyes are set on the divine. My eyes are binded from lust. My eyes are blinded to lust. My eyes are set on God. My eyes are pure. And then I want you guys to go over and read Genesis 3, verse 6. 1 John chapter 2, verse 16. Matthew 5, verse 28. Proverbs 6, verse 25. James 1, verse 14 through 15. Romans 8, verse 13.